this guy too. His versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. The short hands, it's Moore. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Motion from the back. Wants to throw on third down. Quick completion on the out route. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
This quarterback part of their running game. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Here comes Clemson with another first down. To throw, it's Denson. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Caught on the left side by Wesco. Turning it on! The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. You don't really want to lose track of anybody, but I would say, David, especially not him.
Yeah, when you know he's really good, that's a good decision. Hey, sometimes you double him. Well, and sometimes you run the old zero coverage, like nobody covers him at all, and that's what they did right there.
He caught it! He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Handoff from the gun. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. They'll leave it with him. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Condors will send out the punt unit. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
That's caught by Wesco. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught, and he's got room. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this field.
Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Touchdown, Tigers! One more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's King. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll move the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I loved it.
And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he was able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving, keep the sticks rolling.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Denson. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He put that one in harm's way, and it's swatted down.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the away team sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They'll go right back to it. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The option look. Running into the open space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's inside the 40. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Condors come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back.
Makes the grab in their space. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And it'll be the Condors moving quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Fires downfield. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field and trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Got a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field. Make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch. Nice catch.
Grabbed on the right side. Wesco. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And the the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Give to the running back. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with a look at Virginia Tech taking on the number 18 team, the Louisville Cardinals.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Wesco's got it. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Hit as he throws. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And that last completion was a bit of a Pyrrhic victory. It made third down even longer. Looking to throw again. Complete to the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. On the option. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. The Condors with the 1st and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Gets it out fast. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking for a man. It's right. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
And most quarterbacks will tell you, if they start to drift and draw off their back foot, their balance isn't as good, and you're more inclined to miss like he did right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move, he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Everything will have to be clean from 5th. Oh, they block it. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Over the middle, complete to Wesco. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Clemson! And once he found open space, the band...
Tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And it'll be the Condors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Goes to the option. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Under fire. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Breaks into the open. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking...
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulls and fires complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And it'll be the Condors send out the punt unit. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Let it go. They'll run for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
Here comes the option. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the option. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover.
Might have a chance. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this.
Touchdown, Condors! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Makes the catch. It's Moore. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. The throw to the outside is complete. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They extend this lead. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They go to the ground. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And it'll be the Condors. To punt it away. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Let's go to the sideline at Holly Rowe.
Guys, here on the Clemson sideline, this is a developing story down here on the sideline right now. With this big lead, the coaches are going to the backup quarterback, and they say he has earned this opportunity. He is a team-first guy, ready when his number is called, and he is proving that he's someone they can count on. The big lead's going to get him more reps, and the coaches are vibing off of that. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of it.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live